Season 2, 2 Ears, 1 Mouth podcast.
Yep, in the building.
I know y'all missed us last year, you know what I mean? We took some time off. Nigga had to work, man. I was on the road doing a lot of shows, shooting web series.
This guy's been freaking crazy. First of all, and I know there's always rules and shit like this, but man, happy belated New Year to you and everyone out there that's watching, man. And look, I know there's rules where Mad Cat's like, yo, man, it's past New Year's, don't say that shit. I normally got my little timeline for, I keep it in January. If I ain't seen you since last year, I mean, you should follow with the Happy New Year, at least up to Martin Luther King birthday.
That's a fact.
So we ain't quite there yet. So Happy New Year's, everybody.
I might even push that shit to Valentine's Day.
Word up.
Happy New Year.
Word up.
It's February.
Man,
I ain't seen you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo, man.
You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy because you've been talking about how we haven't had a chance, and the reason, I think the big part of the reason why is because you've been working crazy, right? You've been working crazy. So let's get into. I want to get into a couple of things here. The last podcast we did, my man Big V, he was like, he want to drop 3 albums. And when most people say that, I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, that's cool. Like, I hear you.
Told you.
He delivered on that. Also talked about, we're also going to get into the web series as well, which is going to be one of my personal favorites. I'm going to grill, don't worry, I'm going to grill my man about this. I got some things I want to talk about with this web series. But first of all, that's just a quick overview of what's going to be, discussed upon. So your work ethic. I take it last year, you ain't really get a lot of sleep. I was joking with him before we started. I'm like, dude, look, he always say slogan, father first,
That's right.
Everything else is second.
That's right, man.
I know your kids need you.
Yeah, man.
You
What, man?
How can you don't rest, and I'm gonna tell you why. This man has dropped 3 albums and been working on the web series and freaking touring. So, first things first, 3 albums in 1 year. Why and what motivates you to do it? That's what I want to know, because most cats don't do that. Some cats, even back in the day, they'll hit you with like 2, where that first one is really good, that second one is kind of like, you probably just should have took the best tracks and wrote into this one. Guys, if you haven't checked out Being in God's Vision, Velveeta, V-Print, Velvet, check them out. V-Print, check all them shits out. To me, the 3 different albums are almost borderline 3 different mood sets. Whatever mood you feeling, 3 of those albums got you covered. So what motivated you to say, you know what, fuck the dumb shit, I'm dropping 3 in 1 year?
Man, ain't nothing new.
Yeah.
This is what I do, the consistency, man. Just trying to keep my foot on these niggas' necks, man. You know what I mean?
And that's definitely what you've been doing. Like when I think about the Being in God's Vision album.
Yeah.
Picture with you and your moms.
Right.
That sounds when I listen to that album, it sounds more of like a personal album. Like it's a very personal album. Not many features on that, right?
Yes.
And one of my favorite ones up there is Achievements. The whole underdog story, the story of getting doubted. And I love the picture with you and your moms up there. That dude, that is freaking phenomenal. Talk about the inspiration. Big V, Being in God's Vision, the track listing of Happy, Nathan, that's one of my other personal favorites up there. Tell me a little bit about that, because what I noticed on this album is that not only is it personal, and I remember, and I'm pretty certain we touched on this during the last podcast, it's not, I don't want to say it's sample heavy, but it's reference heavy. Yeah. Reference heavy to some of the greats, be it rap and or R&B. Yeah. If it's lyrics, if it's the sound, like for example, Rain with Sean Finesse, the whole Carl Time, the Summer Rain, chopped that up and y'all did a banging on that.
You feel that?
Bro,
I knew you was gonna
I don't consider myself a hip hop historian, but I'm definitely a hip hop analyst. You know what I'm saying? And so shout out to like all the real historians out there, who really dig deep. But talk about that. That's a hell of an album. I love that one.
Yo, like first of all, shout out to Sean Finesse for producing the entire album.
Oh, top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
That was going to be one of my next questions. Okay.
If you're familiar with the Hunger Over Humble mixtape,
he
did some joints on there.
Okay.
for me. That was he actually produced the joint with me and Beach Johnson. Forever Last Longer.
Word.
He produced that.
Okay.
And
shit's dope.
Yeah. Matter of fact, pardon me, I might be wrong. He didn't produce that. He produced I can't think of the name of it, but we've been doing business ever since. He matter of fact, we was doing business before that because he was putting out projects and I was featured on his project.
Yeah.
So we've just been back and forth with him with the relationship, and I finally told him like, yo, we need to get you an entire body of work.
Word.
I'm the guy to do it with.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna put it out, I'm gonna promote it. Stop dealing with niggas that's bullshitting. Come fuck with me. He was like, yo, I'm tired of dealing with niggas. I'm tired of when I send niggas a track, they don't return it back.
Yeah.
They don't put it out. They just be having the beat.
Just sitting there. That ain't doing him no good because nobody hears shit.
Don't nobody hear your work.
Yeah.
So I said, yo, send them shit. Yo, let's build. So we started building the album middle of June. I just really slow walked it. Like, just back and forth. He sent me some joints, asked me how I'm feeling. Oh, I need something to fit this feel. Oh, okay, I send this. Well, I ain't feeling that. Send something else.
Yeah.
All right. So we was really just going back and forth until I felt like we had the perfect sound for what I was trying to create. And it's really, man, it's really personal, man. That's why I put, it's an acronym for my name, Big being in God's vision. And that picture, man, just resonates so much.
That's real.
You know what I mean?
That's
like,
real.
it resonates so much with the sound of the album, what I'm talking about, the time frame of then to now.
Yeah.
The transition of me from a boy to a man. My mom's a young lady to a woman, like single parent.
Yeah.
Growing up in Kinston, like all that, man. Like and that sound was, and I guess a sound that I normally don't take and do for a whole entire album.
Yeah.
I may would grab something, from here. I may would have grabbed like the Nathan and throw it on this track, throw it on this project. But an entire body of work like Nathan, Colorblind, achievements, you know what I mean? Them joints like that are kind of, they said sample, soulful, heavy, or even Rain. You like it's a different type of vibe.
It is.
It's almost like you feel like you in church, but you not in church.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you want you want the two-step, you want to do the electric slide. It's all kind of feelings. Like you could play it at the cookout. Yeah. Type of vibe.
One of the things I like the most about this album is, and you touched on it, is the continuity of the sound of the album. Because you don't really get a lot of that anymore. You used to get a lot of that during the 80s and the 90s. 90s really started kind of to branch out with it. But I love the sound, especially if and when it works. Because, obviously if it don't work, then you could fuck around and have a trash-ass album from a sound standpoint. But when it works, I love the continuity. And it's not to say that they sound the same, but you could tell the foundation of the beats and the continuity of what you're talking about is the same, and it's very coherent. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the versus kind of just having like 10 tracks, 7 different producers and stuff like that. Like you said, you sending tracks back and forth. He's getting the vibe of what you like, not just generally, but for the concept of what you're trying to speak about. That's what I love.
But you know what's crazy though, man? I had a Jay-Z moment. Yeah. When I had a Jay-Z moment when the album came out. Okay. I sent the Being in God's Vision album to a particular blog. Okay. Music blog. And when Jay-Z say, just read a magazine that fucked up my day.
Critics don't know nothing about what they reading, but they're the ones that's going to be judging it.
Yeah, I had that moment, man.
Boy.
Okay. I consider myself a really tough-skinned guy. Yeah. But it just irks my nerves when I feel that somebody's opinion isn't really hitting on the core of the music as it's supposed to.
I'm a reference. I want to say 1997. A great woman by the name of Erykah Badu in the opening of Tyrone, where she says, "I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about my shit."
That's a fact.
And I think you have, or you or anybody for that matter, have a right to be, because I almost think of, really, when I say artists, I don't just mean rappers. To me, it's the difference between rappers and artists. I'm talking about like you painting a picture. All your albums, you paint pictures with them, right? So whether it's fucking Picasso stroking paint, whatever the fuck, whether it's Scorsese trying to direct something, I know it has to be frustrating that when you put a concept together, whether it's conceptually for the whole album or whether it's song by song, and then you got someone who may or may not listen to rap or not even analyze it. Because the thing is, it's kind of like we talked about in the last podcast, when we listen to certain artists, we got certain ears, right? You know, a Gucci Mane album, I'm not going to listen to that the same way I listen to an Urban and Rakim album. I just like, and that don't mean that Gucci's not phenomenal. It's just that, okay, if I'm more in the, shout out the trap, if I'm more into the trap music vibe on a Saturday or after Friday after I got paid, I might want to pump some Gucci. But like, you know, if I'm kind of chilling, like it's kind of rainy outside today, I want to listen to like some more reflective, deep, thought-provoking type stuff. So when you got cats who's kind of like, well, yeah, it sounded all right, but, and I know you can always go from criticism, and I think as long as it's constructive, but then sometimes you could read, we used to read these magazines back in the day where it's like, the fuck is he talking about?
Right.
And then 10 years later, you know, even with the Source back in the day, well, they would give, like, I want to say, and I might be off, a hip-hop nerd out there, please educate in the comments below. I want to say when Raekwon, the Purple Tape, you know what I'm saying, came out, I don't think that shit had 5 mics when it first came out. And then, of course, when years later, they end up.
Nah, I got 4.5.
4.5.
Yeah, it was 4.5.
It should have been 5. It should have been 5.
That's a fucking fair. How the fuck y'all not let the take 5 off the gate?
You know what I'm saying?
She got 4.5.
But it's crazy because they'll go back years later and they will re-rate them. I'm like, I don't give a damn about your re-rate.
No, nigga, that's your
So the same thing with you, with bloggers or whoever. You know, it's almost interesting who the blogger is. I don't want to put anybody on blast.
I'm not even gonna put them out there. It was. The problem I had with what they said, what was said about the music was, they said that basically they felt it was like basically boring. They felt that they said they didn't say that, you know, Big V isn't for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They said that the backpackers would be proud. But see, when they say statements like the backpackers would be proud,
it's almost a subtle jab.
Yeah, like, and then me, I don't really, I don't know, like, I never knew that I translated into the backpack crowd. So I tweeted, you know, is Big V a backpacker? And people responded with yes. And I said, tell me more. So they said, yo, they said, first of all, you come to the show, you have a backpack on. And they said, inside your backpack, you always pull up with, they say you pull up to the studio with dope raps, your weed, your blunts, and you get busy.
And, you know, the term backpack rapper, I don't like, it's kind of like, okay, if you watch First Take with Stephen A. Smith and all that, before Stephen A. Smith rips your asshole in half, he'll compliment you, and then be like, but da. And that's what I feel like because when I think of backpack rappers, I think of rappers from the 90s, which I do think. When
people say backpack, I instantly go to people like Wordsworth.
Yeah.
And the Raucous movement, which was a great movement, phenomenal movement. Yeah. But it's almost like they're trying to lessen you.
Yeah. The thing is, they being whoever, even fans, even myself, where the first thing we try to do is put somebody in a box. Let's put them in a category. Let's do this. Let's do that. I remember a while back when I was trying to get on. My god brother, shout out to Craig, he knew some cats like around here who was just trying to start like a little label. And this was probably back in like maybe like 05, 06. Okay. And this was right when the crunk era, like Little John was freaking, like he was just phenomenal. Ain't no denying that. And so I sat and wrote rhymes, and I think I had to go like, he used to work at the Women's Hospital. And I wrote rhymes, again, had my backpack, wrote rhymes or whatever. And so I rapped in front of him or whatever, and the first thing he said, he was like, yo, bro, you sound mad old school. And I was kind of like, damn, I'm not 100% sure how to take that.
And that's the thing. I get that, and that was going on around too. He got that old school boom bap. Yeah. So I'd be like,
I'm caught between whether that's a good thing or not.
But you know what though? Another blog though, right? And this is the thing. this is like that blog that fucked up my day kinda came after this blog I'm getting ready to tell you about.
Okay.
So another blog that did do a great write up on it, and I'm gonna shout them out. Shout out to Artist Rack. Thank y'all for the phenomenal write up. And also shout out to Rhyme All Night. You know what I mean? They did a phenomenal, man. Thank y'all for the compliments on the album. But they basically was saying Artist Rack was like that. You know, if you like anybody of the likes of Kendrick Lamar and Tribe Called Quest, and anything basically Biggie made, this album is for you. Yeah. And it also was like that the production on here was groundbreaking and next level. Yeah. Like and it was refreshing to hear an artist that cared about the lyrics.
And I like that word you said, refreshing. Yeah. Because I look, you want to gain fans from everywhere. Like, you don't ever want to just sit here and be like, oh, this is only for heads 30, 35 and up and stuff like that. You don't want to do that.
If that's your base though, I respect it. Yeah. If that's your base. Like, but still you want fans from everywhere.
Well, that's the thing too. I don't read with so many blogs. I know how the record labels work or used to work or maybe still do work, where they take a look at your top 40 songs that's constantly in rotation, which don't really mean much. And if they don't sound like in other words, if they don't sound like what's already out, it's kind of like, well, you're not going to do this, you're not going to do that. And I think that's why I love the independent movement that you and a few others got going on, where it's like, well, look, the technology is here where you don't have to depend on radio. You look at someone, even though I don't really mess with his music like that, but you look at someone like Tyler, the Creator, where you may not rock with him. Like, I don't really rock with him musically, but I don't take away from the hustle of him having a cult following. Phenomenal that motherfucker got. He got his crew.
He got his crew.
And this crew is gonna rock with him. And you don't got to hear him on and shout out to 102 Jams, but you don't got to hear him on 102 Jams or any other radio station for that matter. Like, his people is gonna find him.
It's gonna find and that's so hard to do. Yeah. People don't understand how hard it is to sell one of something. Yeah. People don't realize how hard that is to just find somebody that likes it. Yeah. And then to continue that. Yeah. Like, that's hard. And then for somebody like Tyler, the Creator, to have thousands on thousands to where he can throw his own festival. Yeah. And have go gold or whatever the fuck the fucking numbers he did with no radio play down here. Right. And probably none up top in New York. Yeah. I can't imagine. Well, he did do the Funk Flex thing, but let's be honest, how many times would they really spend the time to create?
Yeah, well, I mean, right. I mean, his type of music is tough for a radio format, you know.
Of course, but that's the beauty, and that's what's so beautiful about it. You don't make radio. He doesn't make radio songs. Yeah. But he's able to sell thousands of copies and go on to be successful and produce his what's shit, golf? That's a screw to golf.
Yeah, I think so.
Shit. Yeah. Working that golf shit. His merch fucking sales. Yeah. Well, he been doing shit on TV for years.
Yes, yeah.
Like Tyler, the Creator, is definitely to be respected, even if you don't like his music.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, when you have DJ Khaled pissed at you, because Khaled isn't doing
you making some move right,
bro. Right. Like, when you have those coming down, because to me, Tyler is. I look at Tyler, he's still underground.
Oh, so do I. So do I.
Like, I feel like he's down here with me, but a bigger level. Like, it's just independent is just like the mainstream world. You have the low level independent, the mid level independent, and then you have the high level independent. Just like in the mainstream, you have the high, mid, and lower tiers of the mainstream. Like, Drake is up there. Yeah. You feel me? But somebody like Future is up there. Yeah. But you have people like some would say, like, I say on the mainstream music tip, I say somebody like who would be a good example of somebody to be
kind of like a mid lower tier.
Yeah, I mean, even right now with the shit that Griselda's on. Yeah, like, they are still maybe on like the mid lower Matter of fact, them niggas is underground still to me.
Yeah. No question.
Them niggas is high level underground niggas. Like you have niggas like that. Like you have niggas that's high level underground niggas, even though they're on a major label like Shady.
Yeah.
Them Griselda
like
niggas.
Conway and all them cats.
I've been telling you about them niggas for years.
Yes, you have. I thought they're a good following on Instagram too. Them guys are phenomenal.
I love them, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I love them guys, man. So you have like niggas like Drake, and then you have somebody like who's still popping hot, like a Tiger.
Yeah.
Tiger, like Drake is the world's biggest artist.
No question.
But Tiger is still probably that mid-level tier.
He is.
And don't get me wrong, cause Tiger gonna put out some hits for your ass.
Yes, he will.
His track of hits is slept on and underrated. We're gonna
really
talk about that one day too.
Yeah, because I'm gonna say he's actually even gotten better.
He's a walking
since
hit.
the Cash Money era. Like
you know how Carmelo is basically a walking bucket.
Yeah.
That's Tiger.
Tiger.
He's a walking hit. You can count on Tiger to give you something, but like, whoa.
Yeah.
And he spent a little bit on that.
Yeah.
Tiger?
The fact.
But everything he touches hasn't done the level of what Drake has done.
Right. And it probably never will.
And it probably will. And that's the thing, you have those tiers.
The tiers.
So I feel like Tyler he's still underground as successful as he's been.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but like I said, there's Khaled.
Yeah.
And then you have Tyler.
You know the fact.
When Khaled come down here like, yo, what you doing?
Yeah.
It's a problem. It's a problem with us niggas, us people under the stairs come up.
Because even though, I know Khaled was pissed off, I kind of like that move. Because you look at everybody that was on that Khaled album, and
it was unfair.
It was no reason. No reason on God's green earth why that album shouldn't have been number one. But it didn't happen, and I loved it. I'm like, this is it. Like I like shit like that.
I love, and that's what I love about what Griselda is doing, and now that people are coming around to say, yo, who the fuck are these guys? And I'm like, yo, y'all niggas is late.
Super late.
These niggas is crazy.
Yeah.
Because and the thing is, I told you, like, they move like I move, selling merch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though they're signed to Shady, they're still selling merch.
Yeah.
They got people up under them. Rock Nation now.
Yeah.
Toasting champagne with Hove. Like, I never saw that coming.
And you know the thing about it, especially back in the day, I just assumed that once you got on a label, you just kick your feet up and just go and just pump out hits.
That's how it was in the 90s.
That's how it used to be. But now it's like, well, nah, the labels now, they'll damn near hold you hostage in the sense of, okay, we got you. We just kind of want to make sure nobody else don't get you.
Yeah.
You still got to keep grinding as if you're not even part of the crew yet. And that's how they got to do.
And that was the thing. That was on Shady since like
for a minute. Yeah.
And I don't know how they work over there, but from my point of view, they haven't had the best track record when it came to handling artists and groups other than, of course, D12.
Right.
But, let's be honest, they fucked up the Slaughterhouse situation.
Yeah, they did.
Like Slaughterhouse should be doing triple.
Yeah, they really should.
Like when you think Slaughterhouse and fucking Eminem, like that sends chills up my spine.
Yeah, I mean,
we never got a Joe Budden Eminem record.
Right, and
how Sway?
You know what I'm saying?
How Sway?
That's phenomenal how that has not.
And it never will now, because Joe don't rap no more, and the Slaughterhouse isn't. They're a crew, but they're not putting out music.
Yeah.
Like how we never and the second album was so much trashier than the first one.
Yeah.
The first one was phenomenal, classic.
Yeah.
The second one was not what it was supposed to be, and I hate that, and that's the fear I have of mine. Like, Eminem called me, you want to be on Shady, nigga? What?
Of course.
Are you kidding me?
But
then
does that mean I go to purgatory for 3 years?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Situation is this, like, I'm gonna be sitting here because I'm not gonna be sitting here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be on my Griselda shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, but it's gonna be magnified because I have the Shady imprint now.
Yeah.
So everything I'm doing gonna be selling times 10 because I'm gonna push it that way.
Yeah.
Damn, Big V on Shady, I gotta get some Skyzone now. That's how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
Just because of the name, But I just man, I'm just glad for the underground is winning. Underground is winning.
Yeah.
We're winning, man.
And I like the underground to win. And I love how technology has basically empowered the underground independent MC. Like it's out here It's just a few mouse clicks and a couple of keystrokes, and
yeah, man, we're not being force fed. You get to listen to who you want to listen to.
Yeah. So all right, so back to that. Being in God's vision. What's your favorite joint up there? Joint or joints?
Being in God's vision. My favorite joint.
That's. I'm gonna put and for the record, guys, when I ask Big V these questions, he has no earthly idea.
Nah, I don't.
None of them. So if there's pause, excuse the pause, but this is how we do. We're authentic here. It ain't too much. I know what I'm asking him. He really doesn't. So
my favorite joint on that Being in God's vision, it might be Rain with Sean Finesse, man.
Yeah, that's dope.
It might be Rain. I don't know. It might be Fuck Your Playlist.
I like that. I listened to that right before I left the house.
Because
if ain't up on the F your playlist.
Yeah. hey, man. You know, cause that's more of me.
Yeah.
Like that's that vintage Big V.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's that. You know what I mean? That I get in my zone right there. You know, that type of beat. You know what I mean? But it's probably. Yeah, I'm gonna go with probably Rain, man, and I like Happy too.
Okay.
Just because I'm up there on a different type of bag.
All right. Well, look, on the album number 2, it's cool because it's funny because it's a hell of a transition because the F U playlist on the Being in God's Vision album, it kind of feeds into this because Velveta. Let's talk about this one here because a few podcasts ago. You don't really do but so many features, and with the exception of one, there's pretty much almost a feature on every single one. And to the style of this album, this album seems more kind of reflective of, yo, I'm up on my bullshit. I'm about to talk my shit on this one, and I got all my friends with me. You know, it's like the fucking Avengers or whoever. Like I got the crew. We gonna talk our shit, and that's why it's more of a celebratory album of what I got going on over here. And here's what I have to like. If you want to know about me at just freaking blacking out, the Velveta album is for you. Got Wax, one of my personal favorites, Beast Johnson, Millie McJagger, you know what I'm saying? We got so let's talk about the Velvet. First of all, the cheese on the album. I'm talking about let's take it all the way. What's up with this album, man? What's up with the features? What's up with the album art? What drove you into this album here?
First of all, man, shout out to the homie 1MOUTH who produced the entire Velveta album.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's why me and 1MOUTH, we make Velveta.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, that makes sense now.
It's a play on our name.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's why, and he go by Cheese in the street. So that's the author
word
of the Cheese.
Okay.
On the cover and our name. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's Velveta, and like I said, I had just did the Being in God's Vision album with Sean Finesse.
Yeah.
And you know, I was going into the mode of just working with one producer on a string of projects. I just wanted to just be one producer, me and them, so they can get all their shit out. Because sometimes with producers, like, they be in different moods, so they might send me something that's a little bit party.
Yeah.
Depending on, you know, if they're having a good. I feel like when nigga having a good day, he gonna make some good day shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He going through some shit. You know what I mean, with his wife or his girl, his side chick, he gonna have some gloomy shit. It's gonna probably be that type of shit I need.
Yeah.
Or he just got some money, he done made some money ain't a thing type of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I like to get with an artist, not an artist, but a producer where he can just let all his shit out. Like, yo, let me see what your whole package is like.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I got with Cheese, and he does a lot of shit for the homie Millie McJagger. Shout out to Millie McJagger.
Yeah, shout out.
Matter of fact,
on the opening track.
Hell of a party last night. Feelings then, my nigga. But he do a lot of shit for Millie McJagger and a whole lot of, from what I heard of his resume, it's like a whole lot of Southern artists.
Okay.
So I want to kind of challenge him and challenge myself too, to see if his style of beats could transfer over to what I bring to the table, which is really what the people consider, you know what I mean, that boom bap, old school hip hop or whatever. Yeah. Nigga, I'm nice. Just say it, nigga. Stop trying to fuck around. Just say, yo, he be on that nice shit. Say that.
You know
what I mean?
Yeah, because it's kind of like like a comparison like from a vibe standpoint to like Tupac, where before he got with Death Row, he did the Me Against the World, where it's just pretty much him and maybe like a few others.
Yeah.
Whereas like then he came over to Death Row, it's like, oh nah, hey, I got to show everybody what time it is.
Yeah.
I want everybody up here. This is a very celebratory. It seems very celebratory of everything you get. That's what I like about it.
And and you hit it right on the head, bro. Like I said, I don't do a lot of features on that. I may have my nigga A-Wax, the guy on there.
Shout out to Wax.
Shout out A-Wax.
Wax and Team Envy.
You know what I mean?
Got a new video coming out.
Fact, you know what I mean? And I might now, I might tap Beach Johnson for some shit.
Yeah.
But
man, Beach.
You know what I mean? But other than that, like I don't really be doing the features, but I wanted to do something. I wanted to, like, really, it's a crew album. And here's the funny part about that album. Nobody knew I was making a crew album.
Okay, they didn't.
They didn't even know I was making an entire crew album. Like, nobody knew I was piecing this crew album together.
Yeah.
I would just have them come over to the crib and they features. Or I'll send it to them like, yo, bro, I need you to put this hook on this or this verse on that. You know what I mean? Because if you notice one of the songs I got up there, the Keep It Player.
That's one of my favorite. I was going to talk about that.
Okay, you like that? Keep It Player?
Yeah, that's some smooth.
Video coming soon. They're written about A-Wax, the guy King / A-Wax Tarantino.
Hey, man, to the play.
He's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Handling the direction of the video.
Word.
It's coming.
Word up. And shout out to Keep It Play to all y'all players out there now. I'm retired. I've been retired for many moons. But if for the players,
know about it.
I know the players are still. I mean, look, don't try to run no games. Keep it playing.
Playing.
You ain't got a lot of nobody no more. We off that. You know, I mean, with y'all off that because I'm good. But it's a cool song for me to kind of.
Yeah, bro.
Cool to get it up. Now, what's your favorite one out here? Because my favorites off this one is the Keep It Player and the Jigsaw Mix Animal. Love that. It don't quite put me in the mind of. I don't want to say it's like horror movie that you and Wax did a while back. But it's in that category, not necessarily about like scary movies and nothing like that.
Right.
But I do like the Jigsaw Mix. That's like my second favorite one up there. So what's your favorite? It's so many on this one. This is a real a good. I hate to say party because party is kind of like when I think of party records. I don't really think of like lyrics per se. It's just that's why I say it's like more. It's celebratory, happy vibe.
It come on with me and Miller and Jack. It set the tone for where I'm going. Yeah. And again, I'm dealing with what to me like a more southern producer who does he doesn't do a lot of what I normally deal with. Okay. But that was the thing. Cheese came with some fire.
Yeah.
When you talk about like tracks like you go from May to the Skyzone Thugs or Harmony.
Yeah, I like that one.
To Skyzone Lennon and me and A-Wax, God King.
That groundbreaking, that shit hard too.
To groundbreaking with me and your boy Cheetah. Yeah. I mean to even Hamstring with me and Millie going back and forth. Yeah. Like it's so many. I mean, actually even the Jigsaw.